Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Drew. So in this video we're going to get the decals on, and before I get started, let me just show you what I've done. I went ahead and painted the exhaust areas, and I just used this MIG ammo metal color. This is burn iron jet exhaust, so it works pretty well. And I also did a little bit of touch up back here. I thought that the gray violet was a little bit too thick back in these areas, and so I just went over a little bit with the RLM76 and thinned it out a little bit. And then I gave everything a gloss coat with some Model Masters Aqua Gloss, and I'm ready for decals. And so the scheme I'm doing is this one right here, and this is the basically says units unknown, and I like it because the insignia, the 2, is actually in green, and the decals are right here. So I'm going to cut this section out, and of course the appropriate swastikas for the tail. And so I've got my solutions here. I've got my microsol, I've got my microsol, and I've got my water, and I've got my cotton swabs. So let's get going. So what I like to do is let them dry for a while before I put the setting solution on. And these decals are, I can tell right away, they're pretty awesome. They're thin, and they're going to look great. And so I always make sure that it's kind of lined up. You know, find a reference point when you put your decals on, and then try to imitate that on the opposite sides. And I always kind of look down at it. Looks pretty good. They're about the same level, and so all right. And for me, I'm pretty I have my little method of doing decals. I always like to start with the tail and then work my way forward. That's just the way I am, and I've always done it that way. So I'm going to continue with the side markings and keep working my way forward, and then do the wings. Again, just get the alignment correct, and then you can adjust the height and the position. Like that. once you got it in place, just take a cotton swab and maybe just start from the middle and roll it out and get the water out from underneath. So this is interesting decal. You got the white part and then you put the black part over it. So we can do this here. Get some solution here. Get it lined up. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now that I got most of the top side and fuselage decals on, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the setting solution. There are a few little stencils that go on here, but I want to get these set first, and then I'll come back and once those are set, I'll come back and do the bottom of the wings and then any stencils on the bottom. And then there's also some decals that go on the landing gear and of course the prop on the little spinner thing, the decal that goes on the spinner. So I'll do those here in a little while. And once you put this on, you do not want to touch your decals. If you see them wrinkle or anything like that, that means it's doing its job. Because what it does is it makes the decals kind of suck down to the plastic. So I'm just going to brush them on. Okay, I'm done with the decals. So they settled down pretty nice into the recessed areas, and they also wrapped around any raised areas that you can see. So pretty happy about that. These were very nice decals to work with. And see the top here on the wings. Same on this side. Had a few little stencils to put on, but nothing too, certainly not like a modern fighter plane. And the bottom, if I turn that just right, you can see how nicely they laid down into the recessed areas. So I'm pretty happy about that. The spinner turned out pretty nice too. I was a little bit worried about the spinner because trying to get these in the correct position, sometimes they're a little wrinkly before you put the solution on. But after the solution of Microsol, they laid down pretty nice. And so watch the spinner. And that was the thinking with the Luftwaffe. They put these on their spinners to try to distract, mesmerize Allied fighter pilots and bomber gunners. If they can just distract them for just a few seconds, it might be the difference between life and death. So that was the thinking anyway. So here's the decal for the armor plate headrest. Still got to do a little painting on that. And then the landing gear doors, I should say. So they got their decals there. So turned out really nice. I'm really happy about the way the decals came out. So the next video, we'll finish up the build, put the ordnance on, basically weather a little bit, and call it done. So in the meantime, if you want to catch up on this build, click on the playlist that's popping up on your screen. And if you enjoy my videos, appreciate you subscribing and hit the notification button so you get an update when I post a new video. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. I appreciate everybody watching, and have a great week, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.